Hello and welcome to another video of mini bone readings starring an occasional tarot card. So I have 3 more readings for you, and the people we're going to be reading today are Nikki, Janine, and Jade. So to start off, I'm going to be connecting in with Nikki, and her question is, I wanted to know if my sister is around. Her sister passed about a year ago, I think. And she said, and how she feels about my relationship. Also, we're having trouble getting pregnant, and I was wanting to know if I can, and when should we expect? So to start off, I did message and talk to Nikki a little bit about this. Pregnancy is it shows up different for every person. Some people really need to energetically prepare their space in order to make themselves open to receiving a new being. And some people get pregnant no matter what. So I will look at the energies around your pregnancy space, around your creative space and your womb space for you, Nikki. But pregnancy questions are very individual and unique. So if you do have questions about pregnancies and around the energy of conceiving, I definitely suggest anyone watching this that does to reach out and do a full reading. It'll be a lot easier to connect in with what exactly is going on in your situation with some one-on-one time rather than a short mini reading. So I'm going to connect in with Nikki. Okay. So, Nikki, the card that came out for you is the 6 of Wands. And you can look more into that if you want to on your own. Okay. So I do feel, so this is a great time actually to talk about mediumship. I do not call myself a medium, nor do I advertise as doing mediumship readings. However, I can and do oftentimes connect in with people who were at one time on this physical plane and are no longer on this physical plane. Sometimes I do it intentionally, and sometimes they come through and I pass the message along. So, Nikki, as far as your sister is concerned, I feel a very peaceful and happy and loving energy around her. I don't feel any conflict or fear or confusion. So that's a great place to start. I also get the feeling that she is very, very, very supportive of you. Like, you could do no wrong at this point. Keep in mind that the way that sometimes spirits present themselves as they were, as humans, and sometimes spirits present themselves as they are now, without the human form and ego. And she is definitely presenting herself as being very supportive of you, pretty much no matter what you do. Like, it feels like there's unconditional love there. I want to look at your creative pregnancy, conception space, conceiving space, conception. I don't know what the word is. Okay. Okay. I definitely feel, Nikki, that you need to emotionally clean up your space. I feel like you have too much, I feel like there's too much fear and anxiety in your body, which is making it more difficult to make that spirit to spirit connection. I work with women who want to get pregnant and want to do it on an intentional level. So getting pregnant on an intentional level means that you are essentially creating space to receive on a mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual level. It's a complete whole body overhaul. So what I suggest doing is really, really sitting down with yourself and prioritizing and looking at where your focus and your energy is going. And if bringing a baby in is what you're wanting to create right now, that is where your priority and focus and value should be. Not in the sense that you're always having sex or you're always trying to have a baby, but in the sense that if you are wanting to make your vessel the best vessel to receive in, you need to put yourself in a receiving mindset in every aspect of your life. Every aspect. So anywhere that you're feeling lack or fear or uncertainty, it's time to clean out and clear the clutter, so to say, in your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual bodies. I also feel like there might be a move. I feel like something is going to shift, a pretty big shift, before this pregnancy actually happens. So this is a good time anyway to take inventory of what you want to stay in your life and what is no longer serving you, and process it. Simplify and declutter is the message coming through for you today. I do feel like you are totally capable of becoming pregnant. It's just that your vessel right now is not the ideal spot for a new being to land. And also this card here is the Six of Wands, has a lot to say about success and celebration and victory. So I don't think that there's absolutely no reason, no feeling, no information that I'm getting that would say otherwise about you being able to conceive. So all the things I already said, do them. And I think that you'll be in a much better spot. As far as your sister and regarding your relationship, there's nothing coming through. I have no reason to say that she's not okay with it. I actually think that she is kind of fond of the person that you are with. And I feel like she's like, nothing is perfect. Every human relationship is going to have its challenges and its work. But I feel like she definitely is supporting the relationship that you are in right now. Thank you for letting me read you, Nikki. The next person that I'm going to be reading is Jade. Let me pull up her questions. So Jade's questions are related to her daughter, raising her daughter. And then a move, a relocation. Yeah. So we're going to look at her relationship with raising her daughter, and with the possibility of a move, and if what energies are around her right now that are either supporting that or not supporting, in which case you'd want to wait a little while. Okay, let me connect in. Mm. Okay, Jade, I do feel that you have several guides with you. Whoa, my eyes are closed, so I'm just like throwing things around. I do feel like you have several guides with you that are stepping in. They feel like they're related to the parenting and to your relationship with your daughter and to just that interaction between your soul and her soul and how your journeys, how your journey together intertwines. Okay. So the card that I've got for you, Jade, is the Three of Pentacles. You can look it up more if you want and dive deeper into all of the different symbols and meanings behind the Three of Pentacles. The general feeling that I'm getting in this is that as far as raising your daughter goes, it really needs to be a co-creation. She is a co-creation, and she is strong and intelligent, and there should be, as much as possible, there should be a coexistence and co-parenting situation as much as possible. Now, sometimes what is possible is not what is always best. So I kind of feel like you are already a very, very, very good mother and very aware of her energies, your daughter's energies. So if and when you feel like you need to pull the reins in, then you do that. But for the most part, I feel like co-creating a situation that works for her is going to be best. Now, this could be a co-parent situation. This could also be a co-creating with her and asking her, what do you want, or what do you feel like is best for you? She has a lot. She is a smart little cookie, and she has a lot of wisdom. And I feel like she would be able to have that conversation with you. So I feel like this is a little plug from Spirit advising that you kind of slowly have that conversation with her and see how she feels about it, and not let her take the reins, but let her have more of a say in the choices that are going to impact her experience. Let's look at travel and move potential, and if there's a timeline. I don't always do timelines because they can change so quickly, but if a timeline wants to come through. Okay. Okay, dokie. Yes. That's interesting. A move is definitely going to be in your best interest, supported by your spirit. And a move will support you. The money is there. Yeah. I mean, we've got the two moving bones are right beside each other. The two moving and travel bones are right beside each other, with the money piece face up in between them. So yeah, I would definitely say that the energies are there for you to make that transition whenever you want to, whenever you feel like you're ready. And maybe that is part of what you need to talk to her about. Maybe that is part of the co-creation, is talking to her about your desires to travel and to have a fresh start and a new start, as well as your concerns for her, and just, get that out there. Now, I want to make sure that I had this question right. What's interesting, Jade? I also feel like if you're not in a relationship now, that would move with you, I feel like you will, like their relationship bone is right there. I feel like your relationship space is going to play a role in a move. So you may be moving and connecting with a new relationship, like intimate partnership, or you may be in an intimate partnership that is going to be moving with you. Either way, the move is definitely indicated. I get the feeling that this is something that your spirit is drawn to, and that the location that you go to should be a place that that you feel spiritually attracted to. So, I know that you know what I mean. So we've got that. And then, I feel like there's some aspect of your relationship, your intimate partnership space, that is going to be interacting with this move. But 100% yes, you're feeling it. We're seeing it. I definitely see move and travel indicated for sure. So thank you for letting me read you. And keep in mind, if anyone is watching this that's not the people I'm reading for, keep in mind that these are mini readings. So I'm pretty much doing like 1 question readings. Usually with full paid readings, I go through and we look at the entire throw. And not only do we look at the entire throw, we do a throw for current energies and look at where you're at currently on the surface and deeper. And then we can do specific questions. And I really like to talk it out with people, because I find that a lot of times people's questions and concerns and worries are really there because they're uncertain of how to go about their experience. And I like to empower people to follow their intuition and to follow how a situation makes them feel, and to make their decisions based on intuitive body wisdom. So having the full session really allows us to get deep and to not only look at certain questions or concerns that someone has, but to really do some healing. So our next and final read is going to be Janine. And Janine does not have any, it just jumped right out. Janine does not have any questions, because I didn't ask Janine if she had any questions. She just said me. And I said, okay. Okay. Yeah. And I know Janine very well, so I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that's you. Okay, Janine. This is the 8 of Cups. I'm gonna let you just kind of get a look at that. Cups have to do with the element of water and the emotional body. And you can look up more specifically what the 8 of Cups is. It's just so perfect for you right now. The general short gist is that the 8 of Cups symbolizes withdrawal, in the sense that kind of removing yourself from the noise and from the chaos in order to regroup. Let's just leave it there, because I could go a lot deeper, but that is the general gist. So let me connect in with Janine and see what information Spirit has for her today, or what guidance and wisdom needs to come through. Okay. I definitely see the withdrawal aspect here. It looks like you are pulling off to yourself and focusing just on you, almost in a hermit type energy, or a hiding. It's the withdrawal energy. So let's see what's going on underneath that. It feels like there's a protection mechanism happening here. A protection mechanism, but also withdrawing to protect, but also withdrawing to create more support for yourself, from yourself, and some big ideas running around in your head. Typically, the large tooth would symbolize a big project, but it can also symbolize something that you've been thinking about, like something big, a big change, a big shift, a big whatever, something that you have been thinking about for a while, kind of at the back of your mind. The bone right here that's showing up, the foot bone, symbolizes moving on. So you're most likely leaving something or turning your back on something that you have been involved with for a long time. So there's an element of moving on, withdrawing, coming more into yourself so that you can be more supportive of yourself. And there are several ancestor shells underneath there too. I feel like you have a lot more support on the spiritual realm than what you're aware of, than what you consciously are aware of. The arm bone feels like you're reaching out to find what your true expression is. I feel like you don't know who you are. Like there's a part of you that doesn't know like who you want to be when you grow up. You know, this self-expression piece and the arm reaching out just feels like reaching for that part of you, like reaching to pull some part of you out that is like the true you. So I feel that. I feel like an inner draw, an inner pull, and like reaching to find your truth, reaching to find what feels true to you. The dream bone or stone is directly beneath that, which makes me suggest that you should be journaling your dreams and paying attention to them, because you're most likely receiving healing or messages or communication in your dream space. And so if you are able to remember and journal them in the morning, then you can process them consciously and bring about quicker resolve and healing that way. Let me see if there's anything else. The only other thing that I'm seeing is that your spirit is craving creativity, but right now your responsibilities feel like they're weighing you down. So you have to, no matter what is going on, you have to make room for your creativity, because your creativity is the key that unlocks the door to your flow for you specifically. I'm not saying that's the case for everyone, but for you specifically, your creativity and your joy in creativity is what unlocks the door to your energetic flow. And you need to be in a flow so that you can be in that receptive space and to feel grounded and to feel centered and to feel like you're receiving and being supported. So you have to make that creativity a priority and not let any amount of responsibility feel like it's weighing you down to the point where you can't express that creativity. So was probably a little bit more than a mini one, but there you go. I love you. So yeah, there are 3 more readings. I'll be doing a few more videos like this just so that anybody interested in receiving readings from me can watch these and get an idea for what I do and for my style. So thank you all for joining again. If you have any questions or comments, if you enjoyed this video, leave a comment in the comment section below, and I hope you have a wonderful day.